I've never used this gun before. I don't know what Team Fortress Classic is. Generic intro into theduckgoesmoo here, back with some more TF2 videos. Today we have Bad Weapon Academy by Fish on a Stick. It's actually been a long time requested series for me to do, or series of videos to do. I don't really know. Usually these videos aren't really for series. They're just random TF2 videos that you all suggested on the comment section. I was just like, you know what? Let me just watch the first episode and see if people want me to continue with the series. So I don't know if next week we'll do more of this, or maybe we'll do something else that's completely random. Let me know in the comment section. You can check out last week's video, which was MVM Shenanigans by Soundsmith. I'll leave right there. It was the randomizer video. Also, link down below in the description. Also, be a playlist on my channel. You want to check that out. Also, shout out to the patrons down below. I think the videos a day early, and I really wouldn't be able to do this if it was not for them. Also, check out the gaming channel. It's so close to 5,000 subscribers. Should have a new video coming out tomorrow. Hopefully. I've been incredibly busy past couple days. The desk is in the works right now, and then I'll be able to stream Team Fortress 2, which would be awesome because I got a new graphics card and everything. But I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're subscribed. But let's go ahead and jump on into Bad Weapon Academy, the Classic, which is a gun I have never used before. But let's jump on into it. Alright, the Classic. Apparently makes you move really, really slow if you're like aimed. Oh god, no scope. I've never used this gun before.
Welcome to Bad Weapon Academy, where we take the worst weapons TF2
I
has
hope
to offer,
reaction videos are okay with this.
I show you how to best utilize them.
Heard that they're not.
Today's episode is going to talk about what many would argue is the worst sniper primary weapon in the game.
Oh, I thought this was the worst weapon in the game.
Classic is a weird weapon. It's directly lifted from Team Fortress Classic and put straight into TF2.
That's why it's called the Classic,
so
I'm guessing.
how does it translate over? Well,
it doesn't. Yeah, lots of, dying to better snipers earlier, I'm guessing.
It doesn't. I'll be honest, I've never played TFC because $5 is too much for a game I'm probably only going to play one time to see what it's like in comparison to TF2. So
I don't know what
maybe the
Team
rifle
Fortress
was good in
Classic
that
is.
game. I will never know. But let's look at the stats. You charge your shot by holding down your fire button and then fire by releasing it. You can do this independently of your scope, meaning that you can fully charge while having a full view of the battlefield, or come out of scope at any time while keeping your charge. As a downside, you do minus 10% damage on body shots. Meaning a fully charged body shot only does 135 damage, and you cannot deal critical headshots unless the rifle is fully charged. Let's go over this quickly. Easily the most annoying and attractive feature about this rifle, aside from its slick as fuck design, is the fact that you can see the entire battlefield while retaining your charge. As a sniper, you usually get tunnel vision pretty badly. This happens
because you have to charge up.
Players. It's hard to focus on everything at
once. When
does
this come out?
Well, with the Classic, that's no longer an issue. It's nearly impossible for spies to get the drop on you when you can easily 180 without having to lose your charge
and no scope
or instantly quick scope them. I've also found that it's probably the best sniper rifle for when you're getting spawn camped right outside your door, especially by an overhealed heavy because of this feature. Though this is obviously a rare occurrence. It's a massive upside all around, but it's sadly the only one this weapon has. Well,
that's the only upside? Man, that's gotta be so satisfying.
And firing by releasing makes the weapon feel very similar in playstyle to the Huntsman. You can basically think of it as a hit scan Huntsman. This can make it feel very clunky to use.
Okay, so it is hit scan,
and it can definitely take some getting used to, especially if you're always trying to go for no scopes. I wouldn't be surprised if most new players who unlocked it for the first time were just really confused and couldn't figure out how it works and just dropped it in favor of their stock rifle. Not that I would exactly blame them.
It does
or
look
do
sick.
anything, though. Next up on the stat list is the minus 10% damage on body shots. This doesn't sound like much, but coupled with the next stat, it's pretty crippling. This stat means that even fully charged, you are incapable of one-shotting a medic with a body shot. It does put you above the Huntsman's 120 max body shot damage, meaning that scouts who think it's a bright idea to rush you can get
what is it doing?
But it means that medics, your main target aside from other snipers, are much harder to kill. The final stat is the most crippling. The inability
and they haven't buffed
to
this thing at all in all these years?
Damage unless you're fully charged. This completely changes the way
that is kind of
this
annoying.
Weapon in order to be effective. I saw
but
a
headshots do more damage anyway,
time ago about how to effectively use the beggar's bazooka, and it basically said to always be loading rockets in, even when your enemies aren't nearby, because you never know when someone is just going to rush at you with your pants down and run you over. That's basically how you have to play with the classic.
Which is a very slow way to play, which I'm not a fan of.
This comes with its own problems, however. As hard scoping in this game is generally ill-advised because...
Ow.
Yeah, that's why.
From that range?
While you are
I'm sorry, was that an edgy sniper?
Spies, thanks to your boosted awareness,
I don't have to.
You are fucked against enemy snipers because you can't quickscope them. Enemy snipers are your biggest target besides medics, and your biggest threat.
And you lose against them.
Even a half-decent sniper can make minced meat out of you if you're helplessly out in the open with half charge. There's also a couple other things
that was a good shot.
About this gun. If you thought you'd be smart by hiding behind cover and jumping to shoot, forget about it. This gun is incapable of firing if your feet aren't touching the ground. So if you're jumping, swimming, or get blasted up by an explosive,
don't do that, computer.
Forget about even firing. Those last two
still having some
surprise
technical
me the
difficulty with the new graphics card,
considering every other rifle in the game is capable of doing those, but not the classic.
Why?
I've been in so many situations using this gun where a soldier pops me in the air, and even though I have full charge and a clear shot
you can't shoot them.
I can't do anything about it. Also,
that's so weird.
Why? Critical headshot damage upon shooting someone in the head without a full charge, you'll still do full normal damage. So basically, the minus 10% damage penalty doesn't come into effect if you aim for the head. And the last thing about this gun that warrants mentioning is that every single person you kill with it explodes into giblets. This doesn't really affect the game.
Does it really?
But it makes killing jumping soldiers, brainless pyros, and rushing scouts even more satisfying. Even though it has that 10% damage penalty, this feature makes it feel satisfying and powerful to use as opposed to the other rifles. So
it is really powerful looking.
And how do we
it reminds me of a gun from Fortnite.
I'm going to be real for a bit.
I haven't played Fortnite
really
in several
like
years.
This weapon. It changes up how you play sniper in a dynamic way that a lot of the other sniper primaries just don't. Do you really play sniper all that differently using the Hitman's Heatmaker or the Bizarre Bargain? Not really. No. But the classic, for better or worse,
you play totally differently.
Changes your mindset as you play, and
it's a really cool weapon
concept. So let's find out how to use it at its most effective. You're going to want to use this weapon where sniper is already the most powerful, at long ranges and around corners. Because you move so slowly while charging, and because you want to be charging as often as possible, this isn't exactly the best offensive sniper rifle. Not to say that it can't be used on offense. I've done it plenty of times, but never to as amazing effect.
Definitely have a good second. Wow, nice save.
If you do want to use it offensively, I'd recommend payload offense as a sort of cart humper. That way, even if you're not getting
that's a term,
you're still helping the team out, and you can let the cart push you around, kind of like a heavy. For the most part, though, this is a defensive weapon. Now let's talk about your other weapons in order of usefulness. As far as secondaries go, there isn't really a wrong option except the Razorback for obvious reasons.
Why does it have a battery
strap
to it?
You're already well equipped to deal with spies yourself. It would only ever be useful in a situation where there's so many spies that you can't keep track of all of them. I'm
basically
really
what I'm playing the game.
Huge fan of the Danger Shield myself. But if you find yourself in a situation with a lot of pyros, go for it, I guess. Girardi isn't the best with the classic, as you'll need to soak someone, then charge for 3.5 seconds, and
3.5 seconds to charge up.
Line of sight, or having
that
in
is
order to get the most out of it. But if you're confident in your abilities to kill people and using it to support your team, it's never a wrong choice. The Cozy Camper can actually work decently well, as you're going to be constantly charging, so you'll be able to benefit from its upsides the most. Though if you're rushed down and miss a shot, you could still be in trouble. This is where my personal favorite picks come in for secondary choice.
That's how that works.
The SMGs. It's easy to forget about the sniper's SMGs, but I personally find them to be among the most underrated weapons in the game. They're hard to track with, but if you can manage to hit most of your shots, it's nothing to sneeze at, and you're far from helpless against even tough close-range classes. The SMGs are the most useful in the most situations with the classic, in my experience. Should you find yourself rushed down having missed a shot or only hit someone with a partial charge, the SMGs are perfect for protecting yourself at close range. Hit someone for 135 but need to finish them off? use your SMG.
SMG,
you
yeah.
can take care of those pesky medics and gunslinger NGs, even pyros and Endowment if you're good enough.
Oh, the medic's like, I'm out of here.
Oh
my god, but first I had to get the
shot. It's kind of like using the pistol with the Widowmaker as engineer. You have such a high chance of screwing yourself by missing even one shot, so it's worth it to have a secondary means of doing damage. But we have two SMGs here.
Yeah,
the stock
which one?
SMG and the Cleaner's Carbine. So which one comes out on top? I'd say they're about equal, as they both have their upsides and drawbacks. The
I don't know if
SMG
I've ever used the other one.
Puts out
Pretty sure I've
more
only
damage
used one of them.
as it fires faster and has 5 more shots. But the Carbine has the unique
I don't think I've ever used the Carbine,
which allows you to do mini crits with all your weapons after doing 100 damage with the weapon. Meaning,
I didn't know that.
Up with a well-timed classic body shot, you can
Yeah.
finally one-shot medics, but the timing on it is extremely precise. You can get off 2 fully charged body shots in the 8 seconds of mini crits you have, so you better make them count. As far as melee goes, it honestly doesn't matter that much. Sniper melees are mostly the same and don't function all that differently. However, special mention should go to probably the 2 most useful in the bunch. The shot is actually pretty useful in a situation where you're getting rushed down by a class chipping away at your health who only needs a single 81 damage swing to take out. And the Bushwhacker is good depending on your secondary of choice. If you use the Girardi or the Carbine, go for it. I just really hate the Bushwhacker, so it's not for me.
Why do you hate the
Otherwise,
Bushwhacker?
Just go with whatever you feel like.
You're
just going to be hoping for a random crit with whatever melee you use anyway. Now let's talk tactics.
That's probably what you got to do anyway.
You should be using this weapon primarily on maps that have a lot of corners for you to pop out from behind, so you can take pot shots at the enemy team once your charge is
So not Wasteland for Modern Warfare 2.
This can also work at close range if someone is coming at you. Simply back around behind a corner and wait while your charge goes up. The main point is,
and then
you can consider this the thesis for this entire weapon.
Miss.
Your enemy should not be seeing you unless your charge is
That's
full.
very good advice, from what I can tell.
And you've missed them, fall back to your team or whip out the SMG.
Oh my god, he's just casually dodging them.
Try to play around your team. They can basically act as meat shields for any spam or gunfire that comes your way. If you have an engineer friend around, try to stick by his side as much as possible while still being close enough to the front lines to get kills in. Go for headshots on targets that you're confident in your ability to hit. But try to think of this weapon as kind of like the Ambassador. Even though it can headshot, you shouldn't always try to headshot every single
Any damage is better than no damage.
Because it takes so long to get a charged up shot going, every shot you take is precious. So if you can only get a kill by body shotting someone, go for it. This is not a weapon for honorable headshot only snipers. You take what you can get when you use one of the worst guns in the game. That being said, once you get confident enough in your abilities and start going for more headshots, you'll find yourself hitting a lot of them. I swear to God, I just aim better with this gun because the way you play it makes you treat every shot as a precious resource. A lot can happen in 3.5 seconds, so it forces you to make every shot
that could happen.
This poking around corners playstyle can easily net you a lot of kills, and your enemies will be ultra pissed off at you.
Especially in a game that has a lot of like stalemate and stuff
their
like
head
this.
in their hands and think,
there's a lot of like
man,
fighting.
I got killed by that thing. And don't forget, you can scope in with this weapon. I understand going for fat no-scope headshots is extremely tempting, but we're not talking about how to get into a montage
dodge
video.
The spies.
We're talking about being as effective as possible. As you're going around a corner, stay out of scope so that you can see the entire battlefield and get a good view of all your potential targets. Once you've isolated your target, then zoom in and take the shot. I've found that this is the most effective way to play Classic Sniper, and I've played a lot of Classic Sniper.
3,100 kills?
Your targets more easily. This can
that's more kills than I have on Team Fortress 2 total.
Though it obviously comes short of the other sniper rifles, except maybe the Sydney Sleeper. I don't know. I'll have to use that weapon a bit more before I come back to it. Maybe it'll get its own episode. Also,
will it? I don't know. He's done a couple of these.
To prove this
420
yet,
nice.
But I have a conspiracy theory that this might actually be the best not banned sniper rifle in the game for holding the last point in 6s. Just because you can see every point of entry the enemy team might try to come in while still keeping your charge. Hopefully I'll get some people to try this out now that I made this video. But that's about it for the Classic. It's one of the more unique weapons in Sniper's arsenal,
satisfying.
which is probably why it's so shit. but that's not going to stop it from being one of my favorite weapons.
He's gotten 3,100 kills with this gun. That's incredible.
How should we buff it so that it doesn't need an episode of Bad Weapon Academy anymore? Honestly, I don't think it should be buffed. The entire point of the weapon is that it's a direct rip from TFC into TF2. It is, by definition, a gimmick weapon, and changing it would defeat the gimmick and therefore the entire purpose of the weapon.
And it is usable,
Would it be nice to get mini crits on not fully charged headshots? Well, sure, but then it wouldn't be the TFC rifle anymore. The only change I would suggest is putting it on the same playing field as the other rifles and letting you fire it while swimming or while popped up by an explosive. Because that honestly seems more like a bug than a feature. But that's everything I have to say.
Yeah, it kind of
Thanks
is.
Everyone
it sounds
for watching,
like it.
And good luck fragging out
Guess
there.
they make it OP.
Get that no-scope headshot and tell them that Fish sent you.
A Fish sent you? So we have Fish and we have Duck. Let me know if you want to see more. Oh, no. Here I come. Well, that's going to be the next one. If you want more from this, we'll do the Brass Beast next, which is actually one of the very first. I think I used that for the very first time whenever I used Heavy. I used a Brass Beast. I don't know. I might have. I don't really know. It was painful. No, I think it was a Will of TF2 episode where I got to use Heavy, and it was like the challenge was to have fun, so I used the Brass Beast, and it did not go well. It did not go well at all, so I had to change that. I suffered. But he has done a lot of these. There's 17 of them. Maybe we'll do... Oh my god, is that the Pomsum? That's the Pomsum. Very first time I ever played Engineer, I used the Pomsum. It was very rough. It's on my gaming channel. You can check that out. Make sure you subscribe to that channel so you don't miss it. And Sunday, we're going to have a new episode of the Team Fortress 2 comics. So definitely stay tuned for that. Leave me some comments down below because I love reading your comments. Let me know if you want to see more from this and what other videos you want me to react to. But I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing as soldiers, making swords.